The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Hagoin Rav Moshe Feinstein, Poisek Ador, Moran Hagoin Rav Moshe, once was asked by a Rebbe, I insulted a Talmud. In class, I insulted a Talmud. I insulted him. And the Talmud, unfortunately, I didn't realize it was Merabim. After that, he went off the derech. OTD. Off the derech. I found he's not doing so good. At a meeting of the Hanhola in the beginning of the year, someone said, "But wasn't he in your class?" And he began to say where the person's at. Now he found out. The Rebbe said, I had to go to ask him Mechila. Now that he found out the results, he went to ask him Mechila. The Talmud sat there, bitter, not stum, upset, not angry, bitter. Afatzorat Yid, because of what happened in class. And so, he asked him Mechila. Bocher was pretty smart. He said, I'll only give you Mechila, Rebbe, if you bring the entire class together and ask me Mechila in front of them. Because I was embarrassed in front of everyone in the class. The Rebbe left, brokenhearted. Now he understood. Maybe he didn't do right. He found out it would be approximately $20,000 to bring everyone, now grown up from all of their places, to gather them together in front of the Talmud and ask him Mechila. He now comes to the Goin Rav Moshe and says, Yilamdeinu Rabbeinu, am I mechuyev to spend $20,000 to ask Mechila? Hagoin Rav Moshe smiles and said, $20,000? I'm going to ask you a question. If you were on the steps leading to Gan Eden, and there chas v'shalom, they would bring up this Aveira, and you couldn't get a lawyer at that time for $1 million, do you think it'd be worth it to pay $20,000 right now to fix it up, to be metakein? The man got his answer. Rav Moshe Kapaskin. He gathered them together. He asked Mechila. $20,000. That's an expensive Mechila. And so, Rabbaran of Belz, the Heilige Rabbaran of Belz, had a minig. He didn't give his hand to anybody who was underneath bar mitzvah. Anyone that wasn't bar mitzvah, he didn't give his hand. So what he would do is he would take either a cloth, or he would take a glove and he would give them the hand. But he didn't give his hand to somebody that was under bar mitzvah. That was it. Motzoi Shabbos, the tzibur was coming for Shalom to give him a good voch. There was a boy that had a hat and a coat, and he came. As soon as the Rebbe saw him, he took the wrap, took the cloth, and he put it on. The Gabba got incensed because the Gabba realized that he was trying to fool the Rebbe by wearing the hat like a bar mitzvah bocher. The Gabba said, Shegitz, go out of here! He tells this boy. He set him straight. The boy left. He ran out. The Belzer Rebbe was terrified. He said to the Gabba, I want you to go and ask that boy Mechila. You go and ask him forgiveness. The Gabba went out. He left. He went out, and the Rebbe said, make sure he says, Ani moichel, I am moichel you 3 times. He went out, the boy was moichel him 3 times. They wanted to continue now the line in front of the Heilige Belzeru. They all came in front. He was still upset. The Belzer Rebbe still couldn't come to himself. He said to the Gabba, go back and bring the child. Bring him back to me. They went and brought the boy. When the boy came back, the Rebbe gave him a special bracha. He left. The Rebbe was still upset. Tell him to come back. I can't calm down. Bring him back. They ran out. They got the kid back. The boy comes back in. The Rebbe said, write a kvittel. Whatever you want, you write in that kvittel, and I'm going to be mispal. Rabbaran Bell should be mispal for somebody. Special kvittel. Not a kleinigkeit. The boy was very happy. He starts to leave. The Rebbe said, bring him back. I'm too upset. Bring him back. They brought him back. The Rebbe said, just because I'm a machmir and I don't give my hand to a child who's not yet bar mitzvah, it's not right that the boy should be so shamed. He told the Gabba to call him back one more time. The boy came back a fourth time. This time, the Rebbe gave him his hand without the wrapping and gave him many brachos. After that, the Belzer Rebbe said, now I'm calm. All of us in Klal Yisrael, wherever we're at, it's an avodah gedolah. During the 9 days, during this time, or whenever this will be viewed, be moichel. Be moichel. Be moichel. Don't work on it. Don't think it through. Oimeh v'oisa. Be moichel. Whoever you need to be moichel, whatever you need to work out in your head, work out in your head. Work it out. Time is fleeting very quickly. Be moichel. Mechila b'chesed, b'chila merachamim. And in that schus, Hashem should be moichel us. Klal Yisrael.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org